So we are joining from the beautiful rural Newfoundland, and yeah, we have people joining from St. John's and Chicago, some from like different parts of US. Yeah, it's good for you. Good to see you here. Um, let's see. How is the audio and video? Just give us a thumbs up, like a like or a love or a comment if you can hear us. Okay. I think the audio is fine.
Yeah.
Say something.
Let us know, because we just want to make sure if you guys are able to hear us. Like, yeah. Let us know, because we just want to make.
Good. Looks like the audio is fine. Hey, Connie, Kathy. Oh, here. Okay. Oh, we are looking at the wrong window. Okay. Oh, here we are. Like Sean says. Okay. Yeah, Sean says that you two look very refreshed to start the new year. Yes, we are. Like, hi, Troy. How are you? Long time. Hello, Jacqueline. How are you? Good. Beautiful Bellu. Yeah, we love the pictures that you sent, Sean. Beulah says, sounds good. So, who here, is excited or gets excited when you hear that you have to exercise? Yeah, yeah, we have some. We're gonna make you some. We're gonna make you do some lifting and some like exercising. So we got some of our tools. Like how are we gonna do this? Yeah. So who? Hey, Troy. So you guys are back in Newfoundland living. That's great. Excellent. Good. So let us know, like, who here loves to exercise, because we don't. We don't. Yeah. But here is the thing, though. There are some things that we have done within our mindset, within our environment, with our lifestyle, busy lifestyle, which has made this either different forms of exercise, not just one type of exercise, different forms of exercise happening on a weekly basis. Like, if you take within a week, like we're doing different kinds of movement. Some days we're doing yoga, some days we are doing lifting, some days we are doing walking or running, some days we're doing like different forms of yogic fitness. So there are many ways of movement that we have incorporated into our lifestyle, even though that we are not big fans of exercise.
Yeah.
But
so I know, like you're saying, like we are not big fans of exercise, but what are the benefits of exercise?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Like, why do you even want to exercise?
That's right. Like, why do you even need to need this movement, right? Like, so yeah. We're gonna use these words interchangeably. Like, we want to stick with the words like moving more, or movement, because sometimes exercise itself, the word exercise itself, it just cringes many people that I don't want to hear more about it. So what do you think are the benefits? Why do you think that we need to move more? What are the benefits that you have experienced by yourself? Like, how do you feel when you go for a walk, or when you do like a light jog, or go to gym and exercise, like, or do a play, like, even if you play your favorite game, that's exercising, moving more. Or if you dance, like, you put on some your favorite music and you move your body. Like, how do you feel when you use your body and move more? You want to stick with the word? Do we have them, or like,
Yes,
looks
yeah.
like okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, for those of you joining, let us know where you're joining us from, and Happy New Year. And we're talking about, how to move more in 2022, how you can turn yourself into the most fitter and healthier version of yourself. Yeah, Jacqueline says like sleeps better, yes, and
You
Gail
feel
says
good.
like feel great.
Mhm.
Absolutely, yeah.
Mhm. Yes.
So
So, I mean, definitely we notice benefits when we exercise. And actually, if you look at like exercise, we notice the benefits in many areas.
mhm.
So, like if you look at physically, so that is quite evident there, where physically you look good, and that is the time people notice, oh, are you exercising, or what are you doing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and this is not something that's going to happen in a day,
Yeah.
or even within a week.
Mhm.
Yeah, just if you just do any physical activity
Mhm.
for 3 months or 6 months, like for a year, like for a few months, you'll see that people might be complimenting you. Hey, you look great. Like you look like you're more fitter. You look more healthier. Like I mean,
Mhm.
definitely we get many compliments like that. Like, and especially what we have noticed is like with our diet and with our exercise routine, um, the compliments even gotten more. Yeah, yeah. So physically, you look great. And what are the benefits you'd say physically? Like,
Yeah. So definitely, like physically, you look great. The other thing is you have more energy on the days when you exercise. You notice there is a difference. Like you have more energy to get on your activities. You don't feel so lethargic. You don't feel so tired on days that you exercise. So that is one thing. And also emotionally or mentally you feel great, like you feel happy. It's not like you don't feel gloomy, or like it just feels good, like even mentally you're perked up, like when you look at that.
yes.
So
So, and there are so many biochemical reasons for that. Like, if
mhm,
you look into the physiology of the human body, the more movement that we do,
mhm,
the more biochemicals like endorphins get released into our bloodstream. And as many of you know, the neurotransmitters are the biochemicals like endorphins and dopamine and serotonin. These are feel good chemicals. Like when more and more endorphins get released into our system, you feel better and you feel more energized. So, one of the quotes that I've heard that stimulates me, that inspires me for a long time, is this: like, you're only one mood away, you're only one workout away from a better mood. So, and that workout doesn't have to be too long. Like, even if you notice, 10 to 20 minutes of some intense physical activity can change how you feel, your outlook, your state of mind, and your energy, just in 10 to 20 minutes.
yeah. And as Gail says, some of the benefits of exercise, I think you're more mindful. It's one part, and you're encouraged to do other things.
Yes.
Absolutely. And Sean says, okay, try 22 minutes a day throughout 2022 of cardio, light weights with stretching, stretch it out. 32 minutes in second quarter, 42 minutes in third quarter. So it looks like Sean gave us a recipe
Yeah.
of what you can do.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a great way to start. Like,
Mhm.
we'll be covering different forms of exercise that you could incorporate into your busy lifestyle. That's a good recipe there.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
obviously, proper plant-based foods along with the movements. And the benefit of plant-based eating is this: like, how many of you have seen this documentary called The Game Changers? Right? Like, there are many. There is. I recently read this book called No Meat Athlete. Like, the book is by two plant-based athletes. One is Matt Frazier, the other one is like Rob someone. So, the common thing that many athletes across the world, like top performing athletes, have observed is this: like when they switch to plant-based eating, that their recovery time is much shorter. What you notice is like when you do heavy exercise, like uh, you need more, your body needs more time to recover from the previous exercise. But when you are eating a plant-based foods, like when your diet is rich in whole foods, whole grains, fruits and vegetables, beans, nuts and seeds, you have ton of antioxidants, fiber, healthiest form of protein, the plant-based protein. All of this will help in recovering your muscles, your joints and ligaments and your body faster. So you're ready for the next workout, like you're energizing yourself with the right fuel. And that complements like the energy you get from the workouts as well.
Not only that, physically, the other benefits that you notice is your blood pressure comes down.
Yeah.
Your sugars are well controlled. So exercise is not only affecting on the physical level, but also when it comes to managing chronic symptoms or chronic diseases, you see that it um, decreases these conditions. And also the tolerance for pain goes up, like when you're actually exercising.
Yeah, just to add on to the health benefits, like you mentioned, it lowers the high blood pressure, it lowers the high blood sugar, right? Along with that, like lowering cholesterol, like exercise, like chronic exercise regimen, it has shown to decrease cholesterol levels. It protects you, like it makes your heart stronger. So also, research shows that doing regular exercise, it has protective effect on almost 20 cancers, like more than 20 cancers. You could reduce the risk, like breast cancer, colon cancer, prostate cancer. Like if you're doing exercise regularly, your chance of getting these cancers is less compared to someone who doesn't exercise. We're not saying that exercise will fix everything, but you are boosting your health in so many different ways. Like you have physical benefits, you have health benefits, you have mental health benefits, you have more energy. And as Gail said, it translates into everything you do. Like you'll see that your relationships improve because you are more alert, more energetic, you're more like calmer within yourself, that you're more available to your partner, your children. So your relationships improve. And other part of that is like, especially if you have who here has like children, like or younger siblings, like if you have a family like where you have children and the siblings, you have a positive effect on them. Like have you noticed that if you see someone like who is taking time to take care of themselves, it's more inspiring, right? Like to be around those kind of people. So by doing regular exercise, you will become like an inspiration powerhouse for your close friends and family members. That's with the relationships, that's with the close family, and your productivity at work, right? That's another thing. Like when your head is clear, and when you're calmer within and you are more energetic, you see that your performance and your productivity with anything you do, it just goes up.
Yeah.
So many benefits, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Geraldine says, I went to Ontario for a holiday and did plant-based for 2 weeks. My daughter is fully plant-based now. So congratulations, Geraldine. And you also mentioned that 30 minutes walk for you every day, if it's not raining.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's great, Geraldine. Congratulations. Yeah.
Yes.
Paula says like one person described it as giving 1% better, like getting 1% better every day. And if you just give
1% of your day to exercise, you will see a big difference.
Oh, that's a good way to look at it. So
Yes.
so you see, like you have 24
hours.
hours, right? Like, so that's 1440 minutes.
Mhm.
And 1% of 1440 minutes is like roughly about 15 minutes. So even if you do something for 15 minutes consistently, like you have 1440 minutes in a day, and 1% of that is about 15 minutes. And so if you just do 15 minutes of some kind of exercise, you will boost your health. And if you do 2%, that's like 30 minutes. So yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
Yes,
Yeah.
excellent. So there's no doubt that there are many benefits of exercise, but
Before we move on to that, I have this question for you, like,
Mhm.
for everyone watching. What are the downsides of not doing exercise?
Yeah, that's what I was about to
Okay.
ask.
So we are on the same page. We're on
so,
the same frequency.
so like, what are the hazards of not exercising, or what are the downsides if you're not exercising? What are you losing by not doing it?
This kind of thinking is so helpful for you, like, in the future, for you to stick to your exercise routines and regimens. It is so important, like, if you think in terms of the benefits that you get, and what will you miss if you don't do it, right? Like, if you might have noticed that if you're used to doing some exercise or workout, or if you were active for a few days and you stop being active, have you noticed that there are changes in your body? Like, if you just do 2 weeks of eating whatever you want and watching a Netflix, and then spending time on social media and just gossiping and just wasting time away. Yeah, like Lorraine says, like, when I don't move, my whole body hurts after a couple of days. Yes, like, uh, even if you don't move for 2 or 3 days, what will happen is that all the energy that is in your body that is pent up, that brings so much negativity within the body. One is the chronic pains and aches. The other one is you start to have you noticed that if you decrease your activity, your weight starts to go, because exercise, it burns some extra calories. And then, like, if you're not exercising on a regular basis, then it's easy for you to gain some weight. So weight gain can happen.
Yeah. So Lorraine says, when I don't move, my whole body hurts after a couple days. And also Trish says, when I don't exercise, my legs start to hurt again. Mhm.
Yeah, the Paula has like good points. Like, not exercising affects your circulation. Yes, like, it's your blood vessels clog up easily. Your bone density gets affected. It's so important. Like, many people are worried about their muscle building and muscle strength, but what really maintains your bones, like gives you healthy bones, is actually exercise. So that's a very good point. And you have low energy, and many of you mentioned that, like, when you don't exercise, it affects your mental health. That is so true, right? Like,
And you have poor sleep quality. There is a difference. Like when you exercise, you actually have a very good sleep. You sleep early, you wake up early, and you feel that you had a restful sleep when you actually exercise.
so Sadie says, like, she's started going for small walks, and sometimes the anxiety is slowing down. So yes, Sadie, as you said, like, walking will help with this. So continue on, just even 15 to 20 minutes, and then from there to gradually improve and increase, right? Like,
Mhm.
so Geraldine says, like, notice a big change after 2 weeks, especially your digestive system. Yes,
Mhm.
it's amazing, like, how changing, being more active, it improves your digestion.
Yeah. So, like, as you can see, there is a downfall of, or there are negative effects when you don't exercise. So there is a price to pay when we don't exercise. But if you really look at it, when we were kids, our parents had a very hard time to stop us from moving. They would like, okay, can you be please quiet? Can you just sit down at a place and not jump and just keep moving? Like, have you noticed that, like, when you were kids, like when you were 1 year old or 2 year, like, how active were you? Like, you would move all throughout the day. But as years pass by, as you start growing up, what happens? Your movement decreases.
Trish says, you guys are making want to exercise right after this. Well, let's do it, Trish. Like, we got some dumbbells here and we got some kettlebells here. So, and we even got our yoga mat, right? So all we have to do is just roll the mat in the back, and then like we got some. Okay, well, the people might ask, okay, what if I don't have this kind of equipments? Hey, all you need is willingness. You don't need dumbbells, you don't need kettlebells, you don't need even a mat. Your willingness to move. And we have we have done programs called calisthenics. Calisthenics is where you're simply using your body weight, and you just using your body weight and doing yoga, like just using body weight. You could get such a good workout at the end, like the amount of stretching and balance and strength that you gain from just a one session, one short session. Like it's just amazing. So yeah, we'll look into that, like many ways how to exercise.
So like as you mentioned, like when it comes to exercise, there are different forms of exercise. It could be walking, biking, hiking, running, or it could be doing exercises. It could be like just using your own body weight to do the exercise, just calisthenics, or using some weights or dumbbells. Like you can do weight training. Similarly, like you can do yoga or stretching. So as you can see, there are different forms of exercise, and it doesn't matter as long as you pick your favorite. I mean, just
we want to hear from you. Like, what is your, like, see, when one thing that made exercise our movement, like moving much more fun when we were children. Like, you're mentioning that when you were children, it was a job for your parents to get you into the house, stop playing and, like, sit down and do your work, but you didn't want to come home. You just want to stay out, play with your friends, hang out, like, go explore things in the outside. And now it's like a job for us to even get out and do some things.
Unfortunately, for today's kids also, we don't see that. Like, they're sitting with their electronics most of the time. So those times are gone, like when like kids were playing. But despite this challenges, what is that we can do? So no matter where we are, and like, how can we start moving more? So I know as kids we did that, but what is that we can do right now to increase our movement? That's what it matters.
Yeah, so we want to share some things that really helped us to incorporate more movement into our lifestyles. And these tips and tricks have helped not only us, but also several of our family members and many Gift of Health followers. Trish says, I love ecstatic dance. Yeah, put the music on and dance, right? Like, dance like nobody's watching. Yeah, that's a great way to get some activity. Dance is like, you can't go wrong with dance. Like, it's good for the body, good for the mind, good for the soul. That's great. Yeah. So do you want to share, like, what are one or two, three things that really helped you to
exercise?
Yeah.
I would be the last person to exercise, or like when it comes to exercise, I'm not that motivated person. But as you saw, like as a kid, I used to be very active and like play a lot of games in school, participated in a lot of athletics. And
she used to be like a state level, like she has gone to national level championships in India as an athlete, like 100 meters, 200 meters, 400 meters. Like, you're talking to an athlete here.
and even in medical school, I used to be active, but after that, I mean, the physical activity has really drastically gone down. So, but now, like when I think of exercise, like just exercising is not fun for me. Like playing with others, like playing games, is a fun activity for me to do. But just like exercising on my own doesn't entice me. So like I had to really think about what is that I can do to exercise, because I know the benefits of exercise, and I could also see like if I don't exercise, what impact it is having on my mental state or physical body. So what I did, there are some tips and tricks that I applied for myself. Like I teach people like how to incorporate healthy habits, and this is something I applied on myself. So what I did is uh, I kept goals, like I wouldn't say big goals, but like when I set up goals, like I set up in terms of what is the minimum I can do, and and my target goal. So so one is like setting up goals, and
So basically, you're saying that you're focusing on who do you want to be. Like
mhm,
you're here, I am, but I want to be a little bit more healthier and fitter version of myself. So
mhm,
that's a good framework to think about. Like
yeah,
it's also helpful, like for me to see, hey, here I am. Where do I want to be in 3 months from now? Where do you want to be in 6 months from now? Like
yeah,
so that.
yeah. Like when you see people like they're able to stretch their legs wide, they're able to do push-ups without any problem, or they're able to flip. So like it's very motivating to see that kind of people. Like so 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 somewhere we get a desire that like we like wish we can also do the same thing.
Yeah,
So
so again, the key here is basically to recognize, uh, like who do you want to be or who do you want to become? Like, it's you're happy with where you are, but you're also working on improving yourself, progressing yourself. And this is also not a game of comparison.
yeah.
Like what you're saying is you're finding a source of inspiration. Like
Hmm.
when you see others who are fitter, healthier, and stronger, we find a source of inspiration from them, like an inspiration from them to inspire us to do better, not to compare us and feel bad. Oh, I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. No, like, wherever you are, how can you be a little bit more fitter and a little bit more healthier and stronger?
Like you just hit the nail on the head, like finding that inspiration. So when it comes to me, like my grandmother, she was an inspiration, because it was amazing to see, even at 90 years, like she could bend, she could do things, she could sit straight. And I was always amazed at her flexibility, or her way of doing things. And like one thing I wished for, so because I had her, because I could see that she is able to do that at that age, so she was an inspiration for her grandchildren, or for her children. So that motivated me, that inspired me, because I want to be that inspiration for my kids and for future generation as well. So that even at that age I'm able to do things on my own. So with that inspiration, so so like I was clear that I want to do exercise. Now came the second part. This was a big part, because you want to have a strong why you want to exercise. Like what is your inspiration for exercising? And once that is done, it's actually like 80% of the work is done. And now you can figure out like what steps you want to take to exercise.
Yeah, so on that note, like I think we should take like a minute or a half a minute to just to even, yes, exercise is not a fun thing to do for some of us, but why is that, like, why you want to move more? Would you like to enjoy some health benefits? Would you like to avoid some of the hazards of not moving? So what is it that is, why do you want to exercise? Why do you want to move
Yeah.
more? What does health mean to you? What would you do if you have more health? If what would you do if you have more energy, more time? Just take a moment and think about it, and you can share, like, why, what does living and being healthy mean to you? What would you do if you have if health is not a concern for you?
Yeah. So while you're typing in, I'm just going to share some tips and tricks about how we can exercise. And as I said, I'm not that motivated person like when it comes to exercise, but there are certain things that I put, or I created certain things in my environment that would help me to exercise. So first couple of things is I set my goals, and I also surrounded myself with people who could help me exercise. So in the beginning, I always looked up to people who were ahead of me, or like who are already exercising, or who are, I would say, like who are doing great. So I would just tag along with them, and also make sure that I'm accountable to them. So that makes my life easier. So in the beginning, what I did is I did um, take the help of personal trainers. Uh, so I did take the help of personal trainer who would come to my place. So in this way, I had no choice but to get up. So even if I had no motivation, since the personal trainer is in my house, I have to get up and do the exercise with him.
And you also
So,
set up your environment, right? Like, you
mhm.
know, the environment, like we invested, like in our house, we invested in getting some simple equipment, like having some yoga mats and having some dumbbells, like different kinds of dumbbells,
Mhm.
and different kettlebells, and like and we got a treadmill. So we set up.
So basically, what we did is we created a mini gym in our house so that we are not giving the excuse that, oh, because it is raining or it's snowing, I cannot go to the gym. So we just created a mini gym in the house where we are not giving excuses to ourselves, saying that we cannot exercise.
Yes, so we set up our environment, like uh, and the other thing, I personally took a membership at the gym, the local, so because I sometimes I like to change it up, not only working out at home, but also going to a place like a dedicated gym, like where I could do like swimming. Like I enrolled in like swimming classes and improving my swimming technique. So apart from the intermittent lifting and walking and yoga, so there is other activity like swimming. So I'm thrilled to read some of the
Yes,
some of the
yeah.
reasons. Like, we asked you why is that you want to
Exercise.
incorporate more movement, more exercise. Like Sharon is saying, more, to have more energy, to hike, kayak, and explore more. Like live my fullest life. That's beautiful. Wonderful for figuring out that, Sharon. Gail says like it's important to set a time and to have a buddy to go with you, and it becomes fun and not a chore. Absolutely. Like
Yeah.
that is something that happened with us as well. Like since Shobha was saying, like finding someone who acts like an accountability partner, because some days you don't feel like doing it. Like, some days I don't feel like doing it, and Shobha will say like, hey, today is a day we do some stretching or do some lifting. So then on some days she doesn't want to do it, and then I ask her like, hey, today is a day for doing some lifting. So do you want to do that? So having an accountability partner, setting up your environment, and having a personal trainer is helpful. But we understand that not everyone can afford that. But if you can afford, it's a great investment. Like,
So, as you said, it's not that we have to have personal trainer. When I started, I had girls group. So, like all of our, we have a best friend girls group, and we decided that like we want to exercise. So we challenged each other to exercise. So just in a group setting where
and this is a virtual group.
yes,
It's not like a physical group. Like people might be thinking, oh, I wish I had like a proximate. No, I mean, we understand that we are living in a COVID world right now. So even if you have the support virtually, that's perfect, right?
yeah. So like I took support of my best friends to help me to move more, where we are challenging each other and moving more. So one is like taking the help of people, whether it's as an accountability partner, whether as a friend, or whether a personal trainer. It's your choice. So have a person who could help you to move more. So that is one thing.
I just want to add, when it comes to personal trainer, like, if you are just investing for, even if you get someone to get you started, right? Like to design a program for you, get you started for even for like first 4 to 6 weeks, that's also helpful. Like and it's a great investment within yourself. So I see some like Shirley says, like, I love to be outside, cannot wait for the gardening. Surely, like, we are also in this cold weather, like in the snow. So for us, having some things in the house like a treadmill, and also we got a mini trampoline. Like I see Geraldine is saying, like, I want to invest in a mini trampoline. It's a great investment. Like we have a mini trampoline in the basement, and it's great. It feels like you're having fun. And the other thing is, like, put on some music. Like when you put on some music, you create. We created our favorite playlist, like 2 or 3 playlists. Like when we do walking or jogging or running or lifting, doing any kind of movement. So we have some music which makes it more enjoyable.
Yes.
Yeah, Sean says we are born to move. Yes, we are born to move. And the other thing is this: the more movement you do, I mean, we're not talking about the excessive. The more we're talking about, I think we should answer this like, how much movement are we talking about, right? How much should you exercise? Any ideas, like what is the recommendation? Like how much time you should be spending in doing movement, active movement? So you might hear, like, the American Heart Association, like they recommend about 150 minutes of moderate physical activity per week. So which is just over 20 minutes per day. What we have noticed in our experience and also doing a lot of research is this: your body needs movement, and you need about, at least, like in the beginning, about an hour and up to 2 hours, like 90 minutes to 2 hours of movement. All of that doesn't have to be intense, but the more movement you do, the more you use your body. It's like the more you learn about your body and use it, the more benefits that you'll enjoy. So aim for at least like, start with 20, start with wherever you are. Like, we don't want to scare you saying that, hey, you need 2 hours, you need 30 minutes. Start with where you are.
I'm glad you brought that point. So as I was saying, when I started to exercise, what I said to myself is, I'm just going to exercise for 5 minutes. So in the beginning, what I used to do is, like, I used to do sun salutations. So just 3 sun salutations. And I just said to myself, like, no matter what, like every day, I'm just going to do 3 sun salutations. And I just did that for a week. And then after that, I added something else to it. So as you can see, it's not that you have to have big goals, but as long as you just set up yourself for success, as long as you set up the goals that are appropriate and you're able to do that, and see, like, if you can add. And later I just started adding a little by little, and I saw a huge progress. So,
Yeah, so
imagine, like, if you're just doing 3 sun salutations for 365 days, like that itself is giving you a lot. So it's not that, like, you have to think in terms of very hardcore exercise even.
The key in the beginning is showing up for yourself. You show up for yourself, like, even for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Do that for about like 3 to 4 weeks, and then you add on to it.
Yeah.
You can also mix it up, like,
Yes.
keep it.
So, like, I just made then I developed a 20-minute routine for myself, like where I added jumping jacks, sun salutations, and some high interval training. So it just takes 20 minutes. But as long as I'm doing that for 20 minutes every day, I used to feel great about it.
So now, like, so in summary, like, having some of the tips and tricks, like how to exercise more, is having a strong why, like, figuring out why do you want to do it, who do you want to be, and finding a source of inspiration, like these things will help, and having an accountability partner, exercising with friends and family members. Like, if you could find that, that's great. It doesn't always have to be someone who's in close proximity. You can even find that in a virtual setting. And if you can invest in yourself, getting a personal trainer, along with these things, like setting up your environment, like investing in some of the equipment that you enjoy doing it, getting a gym membership, and so there are many.
And also, like nowadays with COVID situation, you have a lot of virtual memberships where you can join from anywhere and you can be with people from all around the world. So even that is beneficial.
Yeah, so some of the things that we have done is, like, we have changed some of the areas of our house where, like, the things are there. We have different yoga mats in different places of the house. We have few kettlebells, we have few dumbbells, we have mini trampoline in one area. We have like a treadmill, we have some weights, we have. But the thing is even if we don't have any of this, we figured out that we can exercise, or we can do more movement with calisthenics. Calisthenics is a type of movement where you are using just your body itself, nothing else.
Yeah,
So
like
you don't have to have equipment as well. Like, if you do some jumping jacks, if you do some crunches, if you do some squats, if you do some lunges, if you do some burpees, which we will be showing you. Actually, like, we have made some videos of how to do this, and we'll be sharing those videos in the Gift of Health Total Wellness group. So if you're not in the Gift of Health Total Wellness group, make sure you join. Like, you'll be seeing the link for the Gift of Health Total Wellness group in the comments shortly. So we'll be sharing the videos there. So setting up the environment, changing the mindset, these things have like, are there days that where we feel like we don't want to do it?
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah.
It's not that every day we are motivated to do that. So that's why I said the key is to set up your environment. So there are certain days that I know that I don't want to exercise, and those are the days I make sure I ask my personal trainer to come, because I know, like, I wouldn't do it if it were left to me. But when my personal trainer is there, I have no choice but to exercise. Yeah. So that's the technique that I use, but it's not that you have to use the same
and
technique.
Accountability partners, like, if having a friend, like, is very, very helpful. Like, sometimes all it takes is just one a moment that someone is pushing you out of your comfort zone to give you the best that you have. So with that, like, we want to hear from you. Like, there are many choices, right? Like, there are many things that we could do for moving more. What is your favorite things? Like, top 1, 2, 3, I would say your favorite things to do. Like, don't think of whether you can do those things or not. Right now, what would you do if you are not doubting yourself? Like, what would you there will always be some self-doubt. Like, if you're not used to doing these things, and if you're starting out, there may be some self-doubt. Just put that aside and just type it in the comments, share with us, like, what are your top 1, 2, 3 forms of moving more.
Yeah.
As we have shared, like, for us, it's lifting. Like, we are doing some strength training, and we do yoga. And for me personally, I love swimming and running as well.
Yeah. Personally, I like yoga, meditation, and any form of stretching. So that is something that I don't have much resistance to. But like other forms of exercise, like I, I I definitely need someone to exercise with. So that is one thing. With that, I see Shirley is asking, what would be some good exercise for older folks when your legs don't want to move? Definitely, there are a lot of exercises, Shirley. Like let's say, even if we don't want to use our legs, we have our hands, and just sitting on the chair, there are a lot of things. Just simple, like lifting your hands up, and like doing some hand exercise and doing some chair exercise. That itself.
So just like, if you don't want to move your legs, Shirley, you just get like, light dumbbells, and you could do this, like do 10 times, right? Or you could do, many things that you could do. Like I see kayaking, hiking, Zumba. Okay. So there are lots of the choices that you have. Like sometimes you just don't want to use your upper body, right? Like for some people, like, the upper body may be stiff, that you could be using most of the leg movements. So, but just get into like we'll be sharing, like, different tips and how to move more. But you can also Google, like there are lots of YouTube videos as well. Like if you just type in upper body movements, upper body exercises, and you'll find so many examples as well.
Yeah.
So Vanessa says, like, my favorites are running, snowshoeing, hiking. Trish says, like, walking, dance, stretching, swimming, natural hikes. Sharon says kayaking, yoga, hiking, Zumba. Gail, hike, walk, snowshoeing, yoga with Cassandra, YouTube. Excellent, excellent.
Yeah.
Good. So be sure to join us in the Gift of Health Total Wellness group, and we will be starting mini challenges to challenge each other, to become an accountability partner for each other. Like we'll be starting some mini challenges in the Gift of Health Total Wellness group. That's going to be our theme for the whole 2022. We're not just saying now, but the whole 2022. Our goal is to get you to be more healthier and happier version of yourself. So, and we're going to be doing with the 3 different activities. One is, as you all know, that we are very well known for our Gift of Health Food as Medicine program, where we're teaching people how to use whole foods, plant-based nutrition to reverse chronic conditions. So we'll be doing a series of those courses, like all throughout 2022. So keep looking for those. Like, if you are on this, you can talk to any of the students who have done the Gift of Health course and who have seen tremendous benefits. In fact, I was speaking to one of our students today, Marian, and believe it or not, like she was 80 when she joined our course, and she just shared with today, like she's so thrilled that her doctor told her that her cholesterol numbers have come back to normal. Like she joined the Gift of Health course, the Food as Medicine course, at the age 80. She did the course, and she's seeing benefits within just a few weeks. So it's never too late to start taking care of yourself. It's never too late to start fixing the fuel for your body. So watch out for the Gift of Health Food as Medicine programs. We are doing a webinar, right?
Yeah.
We're doing a masterclass on
this Saturday.
Yeah, this Saturday we have a masterclass on how to improve your health and take it to the next level. We'll be sharing like 3 keys, 3 strategies on how to improve your health, and also have more energy, how to reverse chronic conditions and get off medication treadmill. We'll be sharing the link to that, like on how you can join for that masterclass that will be happening this Saturday. So we are focusing a lot on helping you with improving your nutrition part. So that's one aspect. The other aspect that we'll be focusing a lot in 2022 is moving more, staying active. In that, for that, we'll be doing like a mini challenges in the Gift of Health Total Wellness group. So look out for that. Like the challenges are easy, gonna be fun, easy, doable. Like a simple challenge can be like moving more challenge. One of the challenge that will be coming up, most likely we'll be starting that in a week or two, is doing a 10,000 step challenge. Like every day, if you know, research shows that if you could do get 10,000 steps in a day, that's very beneficial for our physical health, mental health. And getting 10,000 steps in a day is not that hard, especially, oh, one other tool that we mentioned, like, you know, is to get a Fitbit. I have a Fitbit, Shobha has an Apple Watch. So we both love these devices which, you know, track our activity, connect to our phone. So we'll be doing like oh, Lorraine says, didn't get my 10,000 steps today, but just achieved it walking around my house listening to a presentation. We love it. Yeah, and we do this all the time. Like some days when we are not moving much, and in the evening we love to watch some Netflix together or a movie together, and we are.
On that note, I know like we were talking how to set up the environment. I know like we talked about the gym equipment and all things. There are times where we are spending much time on our desk, like while working in the office, or let's say even at home. Sometimes if we are in front of the computer, we are just sitting. So there is other thing that you can invest on, which is called QB, which is right underneath your desk. So right now under our desk, we have a QB machine where like even while you're sitting and talking, like you're just pedaling your legs, and you would be amazed. And that is something that could be that you can sync with your Fitbit or Apple Watch, and it gives you the steps.
And we have a standing desk. Like so, right now we are sitting, but our desk can go from standing to sitting. So, like one of the problem with our current lifestyle is like we're sitting a lot. Like, you know, invest in a standing to sitting to desk, so that, like, you know, if you're someone who does a lot of office work, like, you know, 8 hours of sitting is not a good thing. So that's it would be a great investment to change to for a more active lifestyle. So circling back to, you know, how to what we're doing for 2022 to help you to be healthier and fitter version is, one is focusing on whole food, plant-based nutrition, and we'll be doing multiple programs, food as medicine courses. So if you know, like anyone, your friends or family members who could benefit from, like, you know, if they have diabetes or high blood pressure or high cholesterol, or if they want to lose weight, or if they're struggling with food addictions, check out the Gift of Health Food as Medicine course. And our next course, the Gift of Health Food as Medicine course, is starting from 21st, right? So that's just in 10 days. We're starting a new batch of students who will be joining the 6-week Gift of Health Food as Medicine course. So that's one thing. Then the other aspect is this moving more challenges and sessions that we'll be doing throughout the year. Then the other thing that we'll be focusing on the mental health. The mental health, like we are both, as many of you know, we are both certified yoga teachers and also art of living meditation teachers. So we will be offering programs throughout the year on learning how to meditate, learning how to do certain powerful breathing exercises to boost your mental health and have more energy. So we are the programs that we offer, they are through Art of Living, and we are volunteer teachers. Like we don't get paid anything to do the Art of Living programs, to teach those programs, but we love teaching these skills. Like, so we're doing a program called Sky Breath Meditation, which is Sudarshan Kriya Yoga Breath Meditation program, that is happening on 28th, 29th, and 30th, right? So just that's 3 days, 3 days, and each day is just 3 hours, where you'll be learning a very, very powerful breathing techniques and meditation processes to safeguard your mental health, to cope with with stress in healthy ways, and have more energy and more fun in life. Can we share a link to that as well? The Sky Breath meditation program. So all these exciting avenues and programs are coming up to help you to be the healthiest and the fitter version of yourself in 2022 and beyond. So, our tip for you is just invest in yourself, like invest in getting the experiences, investing in learning skills, rather than, hey, this is the time, like the COVID time, you can't go anywhere, there are no vacations you can take, so you're saving money in that way, like you're not eating much outside, so your dining outside has come down. So like there are many ways that you could take all that money and invest in your self growth, in terms of like building your skills, better eating skills, improving your fitness, learning to cope with stress in healthy ways. So if you do these three things, like all these three things are such a powerful complementary effect. Like eating right, fixing the fuel to plant-based food itself can boost your health so much. And you add, like you fix the food and you add more movement to it, they are so complementary to each other, like eating right and moving more. And to that you add breathing exercises and meditation and yoga. It's just like you become, each one of you, will become like a powerhouses, a source of health and energy and inspiration to your friends and family, your community. And that's our dream and mission for 2022, to help you.
Yeah. So basically, like what we are doing is we are setting up the environment for you to become successful. In the beginning, it's always a good idea to take the help and support. And once you do it with the help and support, then it's very easy for you to do it on your own. So once like you jumpstart your health, like whether it be healthy eating, whether it be movement, or whether it be stress management, like when you take the help, and that's what we do as well. Like we definitely take the help of the support system, and there are many people in our life who have actually inspired us to be where we are right now. So like as you can see, so it's so for this 2022, as Arjun has mentioned, so we are putting everything in place. So we have put programs in place to see how you can manage your stress. We have put programs in place to see how you can take your eating to a very plant predominant diet where you can reverse your chronic conditions. And we have also put programs and challenges in place where you could move more. So like all these things are available right at your fingertips. So we definitely encourage you to take advantage of them.
Yeah, Sadie is saying, I'm so looking forward to getting started. Yes, Sadie, we can't wait. In 10 days, you're one of the exciting like students for the 2022 the Gift of Health Food as Medicine program, right? That's amazing. So in summary, like what we have covered today, like there is a lot that we covered today. We covered about the benefits of exercising and the hazards of not exercising. So we looked at the benefits of exercising and hazards of not exercising. We looked at some of the mindset, the tips and tricks to get you started and get you going. And we also looked at how to how to set up your environment for success. So just that itself, you start taking action, join the Gift of Health Total Wellness group and start taking the challenges.
So this week, as I told, Saturday is a golden opportunity too, like where we are actually sharing 3 keys how you can reverse your chronic conditions and get off your medications. So, like we will be giving you all the information that is actually needed to reverse your chronic conditions. So, and as we said, that's a free event available for everyone. You can share it with your friends and family members and join us too. So the link is posted in the comments. So but we do want you to RSP us because we do want to know like how many people are coming.
Yes,
Yeah.
so it's a free masterclass. Like typically, these masterclasses are charged like $297. We love to share this information with you, and we love to see you be more healthier, more happier, more energetic, having more fun, and living your fullest life. And feel free to like share this talk with other friends. Feel free to send your questions to us. Like every week, we're going to be here answering your questions, and you could guide us and help us to help you better. If you say, "Hey, Arjun and Shobha, like can you guys talk about this topic?" We'll be happy to share the information on that. So Paula is asking, how long is the program on Saturday? Again, it's an hour and a half or 2 hours?
Hour and a half.
So hour and a half, okay.
So,
So
I mean, like we have hour and a half for the program, but we definitely stay there to answer your questions. So
it takes about hour and a half to 2 hours. So that's Saturday, right?
Yeah, this Saturday. Yeah.
So we'll see. Hopefully, we'll see many of you on Saturday. Have a wonderful evening, and Happy New Year once again.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining. We can't wait to see you next week. We can't wait to see you inside of one of our programs. And
the thing is, like, we do Facebook Lives every week, and this year we have changed it to Tuesdays instead of Wednesdays. So please take note that we will be actually meeting every Tuesday, 7:30 Newfoundland time.
Yeah, and see, sometimes it's helpful to watch these sessions. Like we have covered so many things in this. It's helpful to watch the replays. Maybe because, as you know, we forget, like the human brain, we forget more than 80% of what you learn today in just 3 weeks. So repetition is the key. Even though you're hearing the same thing, you'll retain more. So that's why we say take notes, because the key is not just to get information. The key is to implement these things. And only when you take the information and implement, that's when you see the transformation for yourself. So the key for transformation is having that information, finding the inspiration, and implementation.
Yeah. The other thing
is,
is,
Paula says, listen to the replay as a walk, run on your treadmill. Excellent. Yeah.
The other thing is, all this lives that we have done so far can be accessed from our Gift of Health YouTube channel as well. If you think like if you missed any of our sessions, you can definitely visit our Gift of Health YouTube channel.
Yeah, you'll see the link for that in the comments, and you just subscribe to it. And there are so many videos. And if you're someone like who loves to go for a walk or on treadmill, you will find like so many choices of the things that you can learn about on the Gift of Health YouTube channel.
Yeah. Gail says, I just set my alarm alert for you guys.
Oh, Gail, we love you so much.
Thank you so much, Gail.
Yeah. Excellent. So on that note, like we will see you next week. Hopefully we'll see you this Saturday itself, right? Like for the masterclass on 3 keys to reversing chronic disease and getting off medication treadmill. Yes, Sadie, like you can definitely watch this again. Yes. Good.
Yeah. Okay, so have a wonderful night, and we'll see you next week or this weekend. Okay.